Além de ser um mito da hipnose de rua, o Anthony Jacquin também trabalha como hipnoterapeuta com o pai dele, o Fred Jacquin. E esse vídeo está bem legal, a gente bate um papo sobre a eficácia da hipnoterapia. Ativa aí a legenda, né? Porque o vídeo está todo legendadinho, coloca aí a legenda no YouTube, tem legenda em português e aproveita o vídeo que está bem legal. Talk about the effectiveness of hypnotherapy, because some people have doubts about that.
Sure, and quite right. Not because it's ineffective, but because any kind of therapy, any kind of medicine, any kind of psychotherapy, including hypnotherapy, isn't going to work for 100% of people. Sometimes there's more work to do, but if you're really interested in it, then there's only one place to go, and that is to the evidence base, that is to the abundance. And I say abundance, I mean thousands of articles in international journals about psychology, about hypnotherapy, or whatever else, wherever else it might be applied. Now, there isn't an evidence base for every single thing that you can use hypnosis for, but there's a strong evidence base for several things. So we know that hypnotherapy can be an effective way of relieving pain. We know that hypnotherapy has tremendous success helping people let go of irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. There are several other things we can put into that category. But let's just take an example like smoking, because many hypnotherapists will make bold claims about the effectiveness, and I'd say I kind of specialise in helping people quit smoking, simply because that's what I've done more of than anything else. Right? But like anyone else, I can fall prey to what's called confirmation bias. All right? So if you want to make people say, well, I have a 90% success rate, 95% success rate, things like this, maybe they didn't check up with those clients after 6 months. Maybe they didn't count the clients who dropped out of their program halfway through. They didn't count them as failures because they didn't finish the course. They didn't listen to the CD for 21 days, all this kind of stuff. But there is a massive meta-analysis of quit smoking methods. It looked at thousands and thousands of cases, many different methods. There's some really good news, and the good news from that massive study is that hypnotherapy is twice as effective as all of the other methods combined, 6 or 7 other methods, nicotine replacement, various other different things you can do. Twice as effective. That is brilliant news. But that number is 36% after 6 months. It's still miraculous for over 1 in 3 people.
Sure.
Yeah, it's extremely good. It's much better than nicotine replacement, which is a single-digit percentage. Yeah? Without additional work and support, you're going to get 3 or 4% of people quitting over time with nicotine replacement. It's really not very good, because 6% of people quit without any intervention at all. So we have to take that out of our 36%
Exactly.
as well. So all I'm saying is this is a decent example. It's not that I want to, put on my advert that hypnotherapy is effective for 1 in 3 people. I'd rather put the news that it's been shown to be more effective than all the other methods combined. But it is ultimately damaging to the acceptance of this when people are making claims that they cannot support based on their own often unexamined anecdotal evidence. Hypnotherapy is accepted, and has been for 50 years, as a genuine complementary treatment.
You must be responsible
Yeah,
when you
but-
talk about treating people.
But it's accepted. It's not alternative. There's a distinction in Britain anyway. Alternative would be something without any evidence. These are things like aromatherapy.
Like music therapy.
Yeah, there's very little peer-reviewed evidence for this stuff. It doesn't mean someone can't benefit, because absolutely anything can be effective for around 20%. Any kind even complete snake oil. Well, complete. Yeah, absolutely. It can be effective for around 20%. So that 20% will provide you with some anecdotes and stories, and you'll say, look, the snake oil I drip onto your forehead is effective, right? We have to try and do better than that. So alternative is when there's no evidence at all. Complementary is when there is some good evidence, but generally within a traditional medical establishment, complementary means it's going to work alongside other things. Okay? So the British Medical Association, American Medical Association, Australian Medical Association, and who knows, even the Brazilian Medical Association have accepted that hypnotherapy is a real thing. It doesn't require you to believe in it. I don't care if you don't believe in hypnosis. It's a thing, and it seems to be able to help with these things. There's some evidence then that it can be effective for loads of other stuff too. We know this can be a useful way of getting over fears, anxieties, phobias. We know that this can be helpful in helping people eliminate harmful habits and lifestyle choices. And for some people, that's going to be easy. Some people, there's going to be more work to do, and some people are going to wonder what the fuss is about, and there'll be no result at all. So in terms of its effectiveness, to me, it's really just like any other style of therapy. An aspect of this is obviously in the hands of the practitioner themselves. Perhaps a bigger aspect of it is down to the therapeutic relationship and how engaged with the process the client is. And some of it, is perhaps wrapped up in the wonders of these techniques and the kind of the fact that we can change our point of view and create experiences that then become sort of the reference experience. But we should be aware of anyone who's making bold claims. We don't have to go and shout it down constantly, but these same people want doctors and medical establishment to take them seriously. Exactly. And they struggle when they're hearing claims that are not backed up by anything. There's the saying, a stack of anecdotes does not evidence make. It's tempting because most of us have anecdotes. We've seen thousands of clients, and we're like gamblers. We remember the wins. We forget the people who didn't call us back. We forget the people who didn't really engage, weren't a good subject, and stuff like that. But you can absolutely be an effective agent of change by getting some of these tools. I'm based in the United Kingdom. I provide hypnotherapy services, both face-to-face and also using video calls, Zoom and Skype. I do a lot of my work that way. I teach people hypnosis one-to-one and in groups. I run training courses in many different parts of the world. I try to come to Brazil at least twice a year and run some trainings. If you want to get in touch with me, find out about what I do, then my website is anthonyjacquin.com. I'll spell that, ANTHONYJACQUIN.com. I also am lucky enough to work with my father. He's a very experienced hypnotherapist, and we provide professional hypnotherapy training, the Jacquin Hypnosis Academy.com. And one more thing, we released a product which has been very well received, very effective way of showing people how to free themselves from chronic physical pain as well as emotional pain and other things too, and that is called the Arrow Technique. You can find it at thearrowtechnique.com. Awesome. It's simple, it will take you about 5 minutes to deliver. If you're in a situation and you know someone who's in pain, however mechanical and physical they may believe the origin of that to be, I assure you a portion of that pain, and sometimes the whole cake, can be changed. So we have the capacity now to relieve chronic pain. So get in touch. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram at HHAddict, ADDICT. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Pleasure.